it's
And you add them up.
to even open it.
Yep, I know the feeling.
But I have the hard copy with all my notes already written in it, so I said, well, I'll just bring both tonight.
I didn't get a hard copy, that was cool.
You take them out over time.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I'd gotten the hard copies, and I'd read that over the weekend and went through the note.
Yeah, and our
read the
revenues
notes.
need to do that too, but they
Well,
just
not over the
don't.
weekend, because I didn't get back from Phoenix till Sunday night.
And we'll get it all under control.
I know you can do it.
It's good.
Especially if I stop.
30 years in business.
George, I believe you're right, Sonny. I believe straight up and down does work a little bit.
Well, I think I can get the whole page on the screen,
Yeah,
which I kind of like.
sure.
So what you need to
And I
do,
can open it up a little bit.
Just right
that
now,
time, want to go up that time.
Michael, are you all right? Okay.
Right from the get-go when I knew he was in the ring.
I would like to call the May Public Health and Safety Committee meeting to order. If we could all rise, please, for the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jackie, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Rennie?
Here?
Inman?
Here.
Thomas?
Yep.
Wheeler?
Yes, ma'am.
Lemkool?
Here.
Lathrop?
Yep.
Chairman Maxbauer?
Here. Next on the agenda is approval of the March 6th minutes.
Madam Chairman, I would move to approve the March 6 minutes as mailed.
Support? Is there support? Second. I mean, keep in mind, I have rotaries tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
Seconded by Commissioner Inman. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next on the agenda, public comment. This is our first opportunity for public comment. Jackie, would you read the rules, please?
Any person shall be permitted to address a meeting of the Board of Commissioners which is required to be open to the public under the provision of the Michigan Open Meetings Act. Public comment shall be carried out in accordance with the following board rules and procedures. Any person wishing to address the board shall state his or her name and address. No person shall be allowed to speak more than once on the same matter, excluding time needed to answer commissioners' questions, if any. The chairperson shall control the amount of time each person shall be allowed to speak, which does not exceed 3 minutes. The chairperson may, at his or her discretion, extend the amount of time any person is allowed to speak. Public comment will be solicited during the 2 public comment periods noted in Rule 5.4 Orders of Business. However, public comment will generally be received at any time during the meeting regarding a specific topic currently under discussion by the board. Members of the public wishing to comment should raise their hand or pass a note to the clerk in order to be recognized, and shall not address the board until called upon by the chairperson.
At this time, does anyone wish to make public comment? Please come forward. State your name.
My name is Georgia Durga. I'm Director of Grand Traverse County Commission on Aging, and I'm also President of Parkinson's Network North. And April was Parkinson's Awareness Month, and I know I'm a couple days late, but on your tabletop I have placed a flyer talking about the summer forum that Parkinson's holds annually. They always bring in a top-notch speaker to talk about the latest cutting-edge information in regard to Parkinson's. And I also have information here. We're doing a fundraising campaign to help raise money for Parkinson's and people with Parkinson's. Also, as Commission on Aging Director, on your tabletops, I placed our 2012 annual report, which we just got at the end of last week. So they're hot off the press. Most of those, we have put it out on the web. So we printed very few copies to save costs. So if anyone's interested in seeing a copy, they can go to the Commission on Aging website, and it will be posted there. And the last thing on your tabletop, I gave you all a magnet. Last year, March 2012, when we had the big snowstorm and people were snowed in, there was a lot of power outages. Commission on Aging staff were very concerned about our clients and also about our coworkers, wondering what was happening. So we met with Dan Scott, the former emergency manager, and met with our staff and decided we need to come up with a method to let our staff and our clients know what to do in case of an emergency. So we printed these magnets. thanks to the generous donation of WTCM. They paid for the full printing cost, which talks about tuning into WTCM 103.5 FM in the event of a disaster or an emergency, so people know what to do and where to go. That's
All
it.
right. Thank you, Georgia. All right. Anyone else? Seeing none, next on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Do we have any additions or deletions? Seeing none, I would entertain a
Madam Chairman, I'll make a
motion.
motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Support.
Motion by,
I just wanted to make sure that,
wasn't looking at you, Dave.
I think we should probably, I just wanted to let you know that we may need a closed session tonight to talk about 2 pieces of correspondence under attorney-client privilege.
All right. Okay.
All right?
Yep.
It's on the agenda, I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
Commissioner Inman, would you like to amend your motion to approve the agenda as amended?
Yes.
Support. Second. Yep.
All right, moved and supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next on our agenda is special order of business. A Older Americans Month proclamation. Georgia and Michelle.
Georgia Durga, Grand Traverse County Commission on Aging Director, and with me I have Michelle Mercer, one of the Commission on Aging board members. May has been designated for many years as Older Americans Month, and this year's theme is Unleash the Power of Age. And we, with that, we are asking the County Board of Commissioners to approve a proclamation. I'm not going to read it because it's quite lengthy, but you all should have a copy, and we're asking you to approve the proclamation for Older Americans Month.
All right.
I'll make a motion to approve the proclamation as presented in our packet.
I would second.
Moved by Inman, seconded by Rennie. Discussion? Any member of the public? All right. Seeing none, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next, we have proclamation for...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hang on a minute here. National Nurses Week.
I'll make a motion that we support the proclamation proclaiming National Nurses Week.
All right.
I'll second it.
Supported by Dr. Lathrop. Discussion.
I have been working with them, and they have a celebration coming up on the 6th of May, I think, that they're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the first class of the nurses out of the Northwestern Michigan College. And would encourage any nurse that's gone through the college, this is a great opportunity for you to come in and be recognized for your participation in the college. So we're looking forward to that.
You know, I feel the need to mention, when I was in nursing school at NMC, at the time I was there, not one single student at that point in time, I don't know if this is still true, had ever failed their state bar.
That's cool.
Ever.
That's
First try, gone. Anyway, that's quite an accomplishment. All right. We have a motion, we have support. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next, proclamation for National Police Week. Who would like to address that? Anyone? No, Sheriff Bensley?
Go ahead. Well, go ahead. Should we cross out national and put Bensley? Sheriff Bensley Week?
That would be okay. I don't know if the information was presented in your agenda or the information you received, but next Wednesday, 15th of May, 2 weeks, we will have our recognition ceremonies here at the Governmental Center at 1 o'clock. So I would ask all of you to be in attendance if you are available.
What was the date?
Something we've done, it's the 15th at 1, I believe.
Is it a Wednesday?
Yes, it is a Wednesday. So,
All right.
and thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff. All right.
Motion to pass the proclamation.
Support.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Next on the agenda is...
I might say that, we have a lot of thanks and of gratitude for all of our police officers, both within the jail and on the street, and we must say thanks to them. This is a great opportunity to recognize all the work that they do for our communities. both the sheriff, city, and the state police.
Yes. All right. Next on the agenda, the consent calendar. Jackie.
The purpose of the consent calendar is to expedite business by grouping non-controversial items together to be dealt with by one commission motion without discussion. Any member of the commission, staff, or the public may ask that any item on the consent calendar be removed therefrom and placed elsewhere on the agenda for full discussion. Such requests will be automatically respected. If any item is not removed from the consent calendar, the action noted, receive and file, or approval is approved by a single committee action adopting the consent calendar. Receive and file. 1. Grand Traverse County Community Collaborative Minutes, March 28, 2013. 2. Grand Traverse County Commission on Aging Report, May 1st, 2013. 3. Community Corrections Monthly Report. B. Approval. 1. Items to be declared surplus, Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Office. 2. Michigan Department of Community Health Comprehensive Planning, Budgeting, and Contracting Amendment Number 5.
Thank you, Jackie. Is there any member of the public that would like anything removed from the consent calendar? Any member of the commission? Staff? Seeing none, I would...
Madam Chairman, I would move to approve the consent calendar as provided.
Moved by Wheelock, supported by Thomas. Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, aye. I'm sorry, roll call.
Oh, roll call.
Chairman Inman? Oh my gosh, Commissioner Inman? We'll get there.
He still thinks he's there. Emeritus. Yes.
Thomas?
Yep.
Wheelock?
Yes, ma'am.
Lemcool?
Yes.
Lathrop?
Yes.
Rennie?
Yes.
Chairman Maxbauer?
Yes. All right, next on the agenda, Community Corrections, introduction of new manager.
Yay.
Good evening, I'm Greg Summers. With me is Sharice Shively. I'm your current manager of the 13th Circuit Community Corrections, and I've been in that position for 4 years. I'll be retiring at the end of the month, and I have almost 12 years with that department. It's been my pleasure to serve the citizens of the 3 counties and believe some positive strides were made during my tenure. With the help of the other employees in the department, we have cut expenses and also raised additional revenue each year. We work as a team, but we had a lot of help from the courts, other county departments, the jails, and our many stakeholders. I want to thank this board for their continued interest and support, as well as county administration, Dean Bott, and Patty Boothroyd from Finance also. I would also like to thank Ralph Schultz, who will be retiring from our department at the same time after more than 13 years. Ralph always did the little things that made him a great employee. Our clients, even after were done with our program, often stopped in to see Ralph just because they knew he would listen when maybe no one else would. Ralph and his wife Marilyn attended a high school graduation a couple years ago of one of our recent graduates from our program. This girl had stated that she would probably be in jail or prison, possibly even dead, without Ralph's intervention, so she was pleased to have him there. Ralph and his great interest in helping other people will be hard to replace. Last, it's my pleasure to introduce my new boss to you. I'll be staying on as the case manager, or as a case manager, for at least the rest of the year. That's to assist in the transition to new employees and the new manager. I'm looking forward to a little less responsibility and a lot more fishing and spending some more time with my grandkids. Sharice Shively comes to the position as manager with over 7 years' experience in our department. She's already demonstrated her ability to run the department when I was off on sick leave last year. I think the department will be in great hands.
Great. Congratulations on your promotion.
Yes,
Welcome.
Thank you.
welcome and congratulations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Tim Keenan, that was our previous manager before Greg, and Greg, they've taught me well, so I really don't have many concerns about doing it. It's a wonderful program, and I'm thank you for your support all the time.
All right.
Have you seen a lot of changes since you've been here?
Yeah, a few. I would like to say not a lot, which is a good thing. It means that we do a really good job, and we keep doing what works. We've made a few changes that have saved a lot of money because of Greg and his streamlining of some cognitive-based programming. We saved how much? $15,000?
Yes.
$15,000 last year, so we've made those kinds of changes which have saved money. And we did, in the last few years, start doing community service work for the court, which is actually a revenue producer for us. And I think last year we brought in about over $30,000, and that money is used for transitional housing and treatment for the clients that we bring into our program that could not afford it.
Wow,
So
great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, inmate telephone system proposals. Captain?
Our counts are down, so we should be able to have less phones, right? Well, they're down a little.
Took a whole 2 seconds before we
Compared to what?
I am Bob Hall, I'm the jail administrator. I'm here tonight to talk about our contract for our inmate telephone system. Sheriff's Office has an inmate telephone system that's installed in the jail. It allows the inmates to call family, attorneys, friends. All these calls are recorded. It has capabilities that our detectives use for investigation. Won't get into all of the neat things that the system can do. It also has built-in system that prevents harassing calls or calls to people that don't want to receive the calls from the inmates. It's a system that allows the receiving party to touch a couple numbers and the call never goes through anymore. They will never get another call. So, all calls are collect only or prepaid. The current contract that we have is with Securus Technologies, and it expires July 14th this year. We've had Securus and its predecessors. They've changed names a couple times over the last 15 years. Because it was going to expire soon, we solicited proposals from 10 different vendors, and we also advertised in the Record Eagle on 2 days, Saturday, February 23rd and Sunday, February 24th, per county policy. I provided you a list of the names of the vendors that we sent RFPs to. On Thursday, March 7th, 2013, we had a mandatory pre-proposal conference at the jail for interested vendors. 3 vendors showed up: Securus Technologies, Michigan Paytel Incorporated, and CPMC. Proposals were accepted and opened publicly on Friday, March 22nd. All 3 of those vendors supplied proposals for our phone system. As we have done with all of our contracts, we identified 5 correctional staff to serve in as evaluation team. They conducted in-depth and individual review and evaluation of each of the proposals that were submitted. We compared equipment, services, operational features, response to service requests, experience, cost to the inmates, friends, and families, commission rates to us for the proposals. Team also looked at the history of each vendor and their ability to perform the services that we're seeking. We contacted every one of the references that each of the vendors gave to us, and I gave you a list of all the different departments we called. And I also gave you a summary on from page 4 through 9 of the basics of each of the contact references that we talked to. I also gave you charts on page 11, 12, and 13 that actually compares the 3 different vendors, all the aspects of each of the proposals. In conclusion, the evaluation committee felt that CPMC appeared to be pretty good on the surface, but we were concerned that they had no jails in Michigan. They just had a few lockups with a very minimal amount of phones. Looks like they're trying to get into Michigan, and just like the last one we talked about, we didn't really felt that we wanted to be the testing ground for a vendor coming in. Michigan Paytel has 6 facilities in the state. Some of the vendors were very satisfied with them, but some of them were extremely unsatisfied with their service. Securus has 68 of the 81 counties in Michigan, and every reference that we contacted was extremely happy with them. They had absolutely nothing bad to say about them. Our experience in the last 15 years is the equipment is reliable, easy to use. Our investigative officers enjoy using the equipment and find it very helpful in their investigations. Any repairs, and repairs will happen, that's why God invented repair people. They happen, inmates will try to destroy some of the phones. The repair people are usually there the same day within hours, and it's repaired and back online. We felt that they've met all of our needs. The history of successful service in our county has been there. The evaluation team felt that we needed to continue this service with Securus. We are asking this commission to award a contract for inmate telephone service for 3 years, beginning July 15th, 2013, and ending July 14th, 2016, to Securus Technologies.
Moved by Commissioner Thomas. Supported by Commissioner Rennie. Discussion? Commissioner Wheelock.
Two things, Bob, I noticed when I read the packet, they actually increased the percentage that the county gets back significantly.
We're currently at receiving
We're at
54, and
his
they're upping it
proposal
to
is
65. Yes.
You know, but what's interesting is even though the county makes more money, when I looked at what it costs an inmate to make a local phone call, it's significantly less than it is from any of the other vendors, and the county makes more, so that's kind of interesting. So
About 87%, roughly, of all of the inmate phone calls are local or intra-ladder or in this general area.
right, so yes. The other question was, I also note that Securus gives us an annual signing bonus. Is that an annual signing or is that for the 3-year contract?
One-time signing bonus of $20,000.
And I suppose you don't have any place you want to spend that in your jail,
I
right?
knew you were going to ask that.
You know, I'm sure there's going to be somebody going to come and want that money, right?
I had conversation with the sheriff on this. I had conversation with Dean Bott, our finance director, on this. It'd be my recommendation that since this was not budgeted, that it be put somewhere, hopefully in a high-yield interest account, that, and it's just held there for, something's going to pop up during the rest of this year that's going to be screaming for money, and we'll probably turn to that at that time. I have nothing at this time that is earmarked for that.
We have a lot of old padlocks.
Yeah.
All right. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries.
Thank you, Bob, as always, very diligent and
Thank you.
very thorough, you know, investigation to make sure that we're getting the best deal we can, so.
Thank you.
All right, we have no unfinished business on the agenda, no new business. This is our opportunity for second public comment. Seeing none. Commissioner committee reports. Next on the is notices and/or announcements. Any notices or announcements?
Come to the Rotary Show, starts tonight for the next 4 nights. You will see me entertaining somewhat. So it's going to be a great time. No, I will not be a chicken.
I would like to let everybody know that 3/4 at least of the windows at Twin Lakes are clean and sparkly.
Hooray.
The only windows that are not clean are the ones that catch the morning sun. And as I told the caretakers today, we would be back in an evening to take care of those, but it wouldn't be tonight because I was otherwise occupied. But I would like you to know that it took, and this was including removing screens on the dorm, it took 3 hours.
There's a lot of windows out there.
Good for you.
Yeah, but there's only about 1 hour left of work, if that. And I want you to stop and think about what we've paid in the past for that.
What was the price?
It was $200.
Yeah,
That's,
pretty good money.
yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
And oh, by the way, the dirt that you see on the windows that I cleaned today is on the inside and not on the outside. And there are some windows, and we really need to talk about this, that there's one of them that I don't think you can even lock. It was, yeah. Well, it wasn't locked today, and I probably shouldn't be mentioning this on camera, should I? But I did tell, yes. Well, there are some other window issues. We'll chat at another time.
Just a quick note that the cleaning company I do personally do business with, they charge $50 an hour, so 4 hours, that'd be $200.
Ah, so I'm in the
breaking even.
ballpark.
Yeah, right.
All right. Next on the agenda, closed session.
I think Mr. Rennie,
You got by me, Chris, I had a couple
I'm
committee
sorry.
reports I
Thank
wanted to
you,
make.
Commissioner
One is
Rundle.
my wife and I did go to the governor's breakfast last Friday in Cadillac. Wonderful event.
Cool.
Great to see the governor. A lot of high school kids there, about 200 kids. And I thought it was a pretty informative thing. One thing that was very obvious, though, was the level of security to protect our governor now is mind-boggling. I don't know if they're under threat or what, or had something to do with the Boston thing, but there was a police presence everywhere and someone on his shoulder every second, actually. So that was kind of impressive. Also, I went to the Boardman River Dams meeting Monday, and they've completed the Brown Bridge removal. They started yesterday with revegetation and some more work out that way to make the paths better and so forth. They spent about $5.5 million on that whole project. Phase 2, they're in process right now of getting the permits and so forth. The timeline will be construction, removal of Boardman and Saveman, 2014 and 15, and they're also going to replace that bridge at Cass Road. The dam removal restoration will be approximately $10 million. The bridge replacement will be about $3 million. So that's all I have on that. I did give everyone a packet, by the way.
yeah, everybody's got a packet.
Pretty
on that.
interesting if you read through that really quick.
Commissioner Lemko?
The governor was also up to the Bry Winery and had a nice presentation on the LEPIC program, which is a certification program done by the Conservation District. All the wineries on the peninsula are certified farms, and they're very proud of the fact that they are, and they're producing some of the finest wines in the world right here in Grand Traverse County on the peninsula. And I think a lot of it has to do with the quality of their farming operations and how they're really tying into making sure their farms are certified. And I want to just thank the Conservation District and the people that are putting that program on, because they're just doing an outstanding job. I think their goal was 1,500 farms in the state of Michigan. And, all the wineries are on the peninsula are all certified. And I think there's over 100 farms here in Grand Traverse County. So.
All right. I would entertain a motion for a closed session.
David, just exactly what is the closed session for, because we need to have that
Motion.
included in the motion.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
all right, thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The purpose is to discuss two attorney-client privileged communications, one dealing with the BIA appeal, the second dealing with the Cherryland Electrical Cooperative appeal that's pending.
Do we expect to have a decision coming out of the closed session?
Probably on one of the issues, yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Madam Chairman, I would move
depends, yeah.
to
It
go into
depends.
closed session in regard to litigation.
Well, no, it's
with
attorney-client
attorney-client
privilege.
discussion with, in regard to the Bureau of Indian Affairs and the Cherryland Electric Co-op.
Second.
All right. Roll call, Jackie.
Commissioner Thomas?
Yep.
Wheelock?
Yes, ma'am.
Lemkool?
Yes.
Uh,
Lathrop?
Yes.
Rennie?
Yes.
Inman?
Yes.
Chairman Maxbauer?
Yes.
I will not be at the executive session or closed session.
We promise to be brief.
Is there a motion to come out of closed
We're
session?
going to dinner.
I'll make a motion.
All right, moved by Inman, supported by Lathrop, to come out of closed session. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries.
Madam Chairman, I'd move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.